Right now, there's a song stuck in your head. There always is, for everyone. And you never chose it. It just lives in you, the way it's lived in every human who ever existed. We think music is entertainment, a playlist, background noise. It's not. Music is older than cities, older than farming, older than writing, older than almost everything we call civilization. And the first music on Earth, it might not have been made by us. It might have been made by a completely different kind of human, one that's been extinct for 40,000 years. I'll show you who. But first, you need to understand something that's going to sound impossible. The first instrument in history was never carved, never built. It was already inside you. Before the first tool, before the first word, humans could clap, stomp, slap their chest. And one more thing, the most powerful of all, the voice. Here's what makes it music, and not just noise. A wolf howls, a bird calls, but they can't change it. They can't remember it. They can't sing it back the same way tomorrow. A human can. We can take a sound, shape it, lock it in memory, and repeat it perfectly a year later. No animal on Earth can do that. Only us. So we were making music long before we left a single piece of proof behind. But here's what makes no sense. Music shouldn't exist. Think about it. It doesn't feed you. It doesn't shelter you. It won't fight off a predator. For a species clawing to survive every single day, sitting around making sounds for fun is a waste of energy that could get you killed. So why did every human culture ever found, every single one on every continent, tribes separated by oceans for tens of thousands of years, why did all of them invent the exact same thing? When something appears everywhere, on its own, with no exceptions, it's not a luxury, it's a survival tool. The question is how? How does a song keep you alive? Picture it, night. An early human group around a fire. It's freezing, and out past the light in the dark, there are things that want to eat you. Your survival depends on one thing: whether these people hold together or fall apart. Now, here's what music does that nothing else can. When people sing together, drum together, move together, their heartbeats literally start to sync. Their brains flood with the chemicals that build trust. A group that made music together stopped feeling like strangers. They started feeling like one thing. And one thing survives. Strangers don't. That's what music was. Glue. It turned a crowd into a tribe. It passed down stories before writing. It calmed a screaming child. It kept people alive through winters built to kill them. Music was never a break from survival. It was survival. Which brings us back to what I said at the start, that the first music might not have been ours. For decades, we were sure it was. Music was our thing. Proof that our species, Homo sapiens, was the special one, the creative one. Then, in 1995, in a cave in Slovenia called Divje Babe, archaeologists dug up something next to an ancient fire, a piece of bone from a cave bear with holes carved into it, spaced exactly like a flute. They dated it 50,000 years old. And the fire beside it, the layer it was buried in, it wasn't ours. It was theirs. Neanderthals. The other humans. The ones we always call dumb, brutish, a failed branch that couldn't cut it. And they may have been sitting in a frozen cave 50,000 years ago, carving a flute out of a bear's leg, making music. A different species invented one of the most human things there is, maybe before we did. Moving on to our side of the story, it's just as strange. In the caves of southern Germany, archaeologists found flutes made by early modern humans. One carved from the wing bone of a vulture, another from solid mammoth ivory. Stop on that one. Mammoth ivory. To make it, someone had to split a curved tusk, hollow it out, drill the holes, and seal it back together with nothing but stone tools. That's not a toy. That's a real instrument, made by someone who knew the exact sound they were chasing. 40,000 years old, and found in the same dirt as the oldest art humans ever made, which means the moment we started painting, we were already playing music. Creativity didn't show up slowly. It arrived all at once, in the dark, in the Ice Age, by firelight. And really think about that. The world was frozen. Life was as hard as it has ever been. Every heartbeat should have gone toward not dying. Instead, some human picked up a vulture's wing and spent hours turning it into a flute for no reason except one, to make something beautiful. So here's the truth. Music didn't come after we built the world. It came first, before farming, before cities, before a single word was written down. It started as a clap, a stomp, a voice in the dark. It became the glue that held us together and dragged us through the Ice Age alive. And it might not have even started with us. Every song you've ever loved, every melody that gave you chills, every beat that ever made you move without deciding to. All of it traces back to one thing. A human, cold, afraid, in a cave, deciding that even here, even now, there would be music. The vulture bone became the violin. The stomping became the drum. The voice by the fire became every singer you've ever heard. But the reason is exactly the same as it was 40,000 years ago. To make something beautiful. To not be alone in the dark. We didn't invent music to entertain ourselves. We invented it to survive being human. And that song stuck in your head right now, you're just the latest person to carry it.